Cold Spark machines, we have several different setups and a couple different types of Cold Spark machines. The setup is similar regardless of the type of Cold Spark machine, but the DMX controls will differ whether you're using one of the white ones or you're using one of the black ones. However, setup, cabling, and your wireless DMX control system is all the same, whether it's a white Cold Spark or the black Cold Spark box. So, first starting up with the back and the controls here on the white one. This is your main power switch. This is your power coming into the box. It's easy to tell because on the other end of this cable is going to be a wall plug. So you're going to plug that in, then plug this one in to the blue here. You don't have to worry about having it backwards because this one will only plug into this one, and then you have a power out down at the bottom, and this is a different type of plug for the power out, and that will run to the second Cold Spark machine in the series. So, basic 2 Cold Spark setup is the same setup. If you have a 4 Cold Spark setup, it's the exact same setup, you're just doing it twice. Because the other set of Cold Sparks over here are going to have the same power cable coming into the Cold Spark with the second power cable running to the second machine. So it doesn't matter if it's 2 or 4, it's the exact same setup. If it's 2, then it's just setting it up once. If it's 4 Cold Sparks, it's setting it up twice. So power in, power out to the second machine. Here's your wireless DMX control. If you need a refresher on how to use and program your wireless DMX control, we have a separate video for that. On these machines, all you have to do is get your power in, get your power out to your second machine, put your DMX in, and turn your power button on, and then let it heat up. It'll take a few minutes to heat up. You want to give yourself plenty of time before your grand entrance. This is probably one of the first things that you want to get powered on before once your ceremony's over. So power it on, and then on the back here, you have your different lights going. You have your heating light. If this is flashing, it means it's not ready yet. Once it's done flashing, your temperature range should be right around 500 or greater on this. Work means it's ready to go. DMX means that it is receiving a DMX signal. If you have this in and this DMX light is not on, it is not going to fire correctly. So there is something wrong with your DMX. Likely this just isn't pushed in all the way. But that is it. Once this says work, your heating light is no longer on, then these are ready to fire. Here is your control board for the Cold Spark machines. This is your wireless transmitter. Again, quick refresh. This should be a black tip for sending the signal, and all the ones in your Cold Spark machines, they should have a silver tip on them. Once that's in, turn the power on. All you need to do is make sure that you have manual RGB buttons selected. Now, this is where the controls differ from the white box to the black box Cold Sparks. On the white box Cold Sparks, as soon as you turn the power button on, they are going to start heating up, and they're ready to go once they're fully heated. To fire them, you're going to move the first slider up. That is it. Most important, on the Cold Spark firing, they do not work well. You're not supposed to operate them on continuous firing. You want to make sure that at most, you are firing them for 30 seconds, and at minimum, you are giving them a 30-second rest before you fire them again. So again, anywhere from 0 to 30 seconds for firing time, and anywhere from 30 seconds or more of rest before you fire them again. Now, if we have the black Cold Spark machine box, the controls are different only in your first slider. You're going to move up to make those Cold Sparks preheat. So once you turn those Cold Sparks on, they will not start preheating. You have to move this slider up in order to make those Cold Sparks preheat. Once they are fully preheated, then the second slider is what you're going to use in order to make them fire.